So I've just come to the end of a fun trip to New Zealand. It's been a short trip, but I've been looking to get out here for a long time to target kingfish from the shore on lures. I must say it's been a really tough trip. The fishing hasn't been easy at all. There's not been a lot of fish around. The fish have been out feeding on shoals further out to sea, I hear. There has been some fish around, but they're really few and far between. It's been a long time since I wanted to get out here. I'd heard a lot about the kingfish and how powerful they are, and so yeah, it was a goal of mine obviously to get one from the shore on a lure. I've also been over testing this new rod. This is the Samson Spin Extreme. It's a 5-piece travel rod, and it's able to fit down in your suitcase, and it's a very powerful rod that's been designed for targeting fish like kingfish from the shore and GTs or any other fish in that kind of category. Something where you need to cast lures upwards from say 70 grams to 200, even 250 grams. I've been casting lures basically between around 120 to 150 grams most of the trip. Yeah, I decided to stick to one area, that way I wouldn't lose too much time traveling around. Looking back in retrospect, it might have been a better idea to go further afield. It's just that you know, there's so much distance between different areas that I didn't really want to lose too much time traveling around and also looking for new spots. I spent the first few days really just checking out the spots, fishing some different places, seeing what they were like. I've been down to some really nice ledges. Yeah, first spot I went down, you needed a rope to get down to the ledge, and that was a really nice spot. Yeah, I had a follow on the first day, and I thought, okay, great, it's only a matter of time before I hook onto one of these fish. But it didn't work out like that. It got a lot harder. So I fished that spot a few times. It was a fairly okay rope to get down, not too difficult. I did fish it one time with a really strong south wind came up towards the end of the session, and it did get a little bit hairy coming up the rope with gusts, with the really strong gusts there. But in general, that spot wasn't too bad to get down to, but I wanted to test out a few other spots. I tried along some points where you had to walk for about an hour or so to get to those points, and there were some absolutely amazing places, amazing potential. Wow, what an amazing spot. First time I've been here. The choice is, it's a difficult choice where to fish. There's so many good spots. I haven't been all the way around on that spot there, but it looks good. I've started here, and it looks brilliant over there. Looks like some rip over there. So I'm going to give it like half an hour or so here, and then I'm going to try over there. But it looks really deep water here. Again, I had follows there. That was the first place I had a hit with a kingfish, but didn't hook up. And as the days went by, I was getting the odd follow and the odd hit, and it was increasingly looking like I wasn't going to get a fish. It was getting to that point where you're thinking like, am I actually going to hit a fish? So after the first few days fishing and no success, just a few hits, a few follows, a couple of friends of mine called me up last minute and said they'd be up tonight, and they were going to come up with their boat. They were going to take me out on the boat and try and drop me on a few rocks. So that was a real surprise, and by chance it was actually my birthday that day. So we went out the next morning. The swells were a little bit big, but we managed to get on a few rocks at the lower tide.
Big one coming through, Grant.
Okay. You know what might be easier is I just like swim on there from over there. There's no big sharks here, is there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep. Just that? Is that all you need?
Yeah. Yeah, just chuck it and I can.
Throw it.
Yeah. Well done. That was slick.
Got a good time in there.
I could have stayed there all day, but very soon a wave's gonna
wash over.
Yeah, that's just an awesome spot there. And although the spots looked amazing, you know, I was fishing right into some serious rip on some lovely ledges. Didn't manage to hook any fish there. The guys were trolling some live baits around, doing some jigging, some spinning, but no luck. The kingfish just didn't seem to be around. So after trying another rock, things weren't looking good. The tide was coming up, so we decided to head back. So just as we're heading back, we passed an island which I couldn't get on. The waves were too big, so we just decided to cast a few lures at it just before we headed in.
Angling out, angle out, angle out, angle out, come on. Come down here, mate, come down here. Wide. Yes, tight up.
Can you get that in my butt pad? Cheers. Holy shit. He's not going to get near the engine, is he?
No, you've got plenty of rock in it.
Okay.
Come to the back corner, come round.
That's the one, mate.
We might have to... Yes, there was a whole pack of them, eh? I saw about 4. I have to get up to the front there to so that you can be on the top here and with the long rod, you can get them to the back here.
Okay. Do you gaff them or just grab them?
We'll just hit over as long as you don't get...
It's like hooked on the head, I think. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yep, we got him.
Yes! Oh, cheers, guys.
Yes!
I saw it, had it, eh? That was awesome.
Straighten the hook in a bit.
Yeah. Bloody heck. Okay, this is my birthday fish. Lads,
Yes.
the guys brought me out today on the boat, and this is literally almost last cast. So, yeah, so it's a great finish. Thanks, guys.
What a fish, though. That was awesome. That was a good fight.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. It was almost the last cast, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're probably going to have a couple more, maybe get into there, and then we're going to go. So.
Right off that corner. Yeah, it was pretty much there. Like we would have gone boom to there, and then we would have gone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Well done, guys. I shake them all slimy.
Fucking awesome, man.
Thanks so much, guys. That's just amazing. I mean, even if we didn't catch, I'd have been really happy and thankful you come up. But it's just on, you know, round.
Job done.
It's just meant to be.
Seriously, job done.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Oh.
No problem.
That's unbelievable. I was thinking as I was catching it off the rocks. I know it's sort of different standing up, but it's, you know, I normally get like a foothold and that. But God, they go quick all of a sudden, and you've got to be ready for it.
Oh yeah.
They dive and.
So at least I was into a kingfish and experienced how strong these fish are. It's always different from a boat. I'm not used to catching fish on boats. I catch all my fish from shore, but I could definitely feel how powerful they were. And it was just a good experience to, you know, have my first contact with the kingfish, to know what I was up against from the rocks. Yeah, so big thanks to Stephen and Aaron for taking me out that day. And yeah, it's amazing. The guys were so happy to see me hook into a fish. It was yeah, it was a brilliant day. And yeah, I mean, it was literally going to be about the last cast, and we was heading in, and then finally we got the hit. So before they left, Aaron told me about a spot that was well worth trying. He told me it was a pig of a hike. It wasn't so much the distance, but the fact that you just literally had to beat your way through the bush to get to the spot. So there was a trail there, but it certainly wasn't a trail that was used much, and it was really enclosed, but I managed to find it somehow. No, this is not Australia. I doubt I'll be walking from there. The first time was really tricky because you don't know where you're going, but I managed to find it, and after about 3 hours fishing there in fairly clear water, I had a big kingfish follow behind my lure, and after casting out again, it followed again. That was the last I saw of it. These strap-on caps are a new addition to the Samson range. They're very, very light, quick dry, and they've got protection over the ears from the sun where they strap on, and you hardly know you've got these hats on, and they're just ideal for those conditions where you're either doing water sports or you're out on the rocks fishing in windy conditions or on a boat, and basically you want to keep your cap on. Yeah, one of these is ideal. So the other friend, Stephen, he'd lent me a kayak so I could get to a few more spots. I'd headed out to an island a few times. Okay. So I'm nearly there. That's the island. That's just some of the spots I fished yesterday. First time I came in on the right side of the island, which wasn't such a good idea. The swell was a little bit up. But I did manage to get in a gully there, and I fished for a few hours with the dropping tide, and again I had a few follows but no takes, and it was getting really frustrating. And in the clear water as the day goes on, you just don't get the feeling that they're going to hit. Just looking around here, it's a good spot where I was back there, very rocky, big rip there, that's where the rip really starts. There's a lot of feeding birds out there. It looks really good. So I've been fishing now maybe 2.5 hours. Haven't seen anything. The rip's been moving around. It's right out here now in front. You can see out there, that's the rock I fished from yesterday. You have to walk all the way to right there where you see all the trees. That's where you set out, so it's quite a walk. There's at least an hour or so. Okay, I just had a follow there. So I headed round for the other side of the island. Getting out was a little bit harder than getting in. As I was getting out, the tide was going low, and so the gully was getting a little bit shallow. A wave come, everything sucked back, and I was just left sitting on a rock on my kayak, and and got tipped over. Now, I wasn't that experienced with kayaks. It was just a case of paddling out to get to a few new spots, and yeah, so I found the other side of the island was really nice, and I decided to spend the next days and the last days heading out to there to see if I could hook into something. Okay, so I've decided to give the other side a go, and it's definitely a lot easier launching from here. I don't have any problem getting out here, but this spot is really good at the back. Good, it's a good depth, nice backwash, a brilliant ledge running along here. Flipping heck, does look good. So at least I'll give it a while. There's always boats cruising around the island fishing, either sending out lures or live baiting. Yeah, I suppose it's always a good sign when you've got boats targeting the rocks that you're fishing at. It's always the same way. You're trying to get out, and the boats are casting in. Sometimes the boats got a little bit too close to the side. Fucking hell, I heard a really loud boom and they just hit a rock. Yeah, so on that island was probably the closest I'd come so far to hooking a fish. I had a few hits from a kingfish, and then a kingfish followed it all the way into the shore, hit the lure, only for it to come out of its mouth straight away as I struck. So that was really getting frustrating, and I was really beginning to feel, was this going to happen? So with just 2 sessions left, I really had to think carefully where I wanted to fish. I felt probably my best chance was out on the rock with the kayak to get out there. There was a small window you could fish in. It had to be pretty much low tide. High tide wasn't really very good out there. There wasn't any good places to fish, but there was a lovely sort of finger of reef that you could fish from on the sort of mid to low tide, depending on the size of the waves. There's a rock over here on this side. Is the first rock I'll be able to fish on, I think, but I've got to really look out because every now and again you get a big swell. It's a good spot here. Fished here a couple of times. And actually I had a hookup right here, just out in front where I cast then. And I came a little bit earlier, an hour ago. The current, I'd say, was even stronger, kind of raging through here. But you couldn't get out to this rock. It was a bit covered. So tides are going down quick. Had a hit from something. Shit, it almost hooked up, but I think it got the hook, so I don't know if it'll be back. Okay, so just moved over to the other side now. The set seems to be okay here. It's been quiet. I just had a sort of a couple of hits, but I don't know what they were from. My guess could be a car waste that just, although I don't know for sure. I didn't see them. Okay. Come on. That ain't no car way. Please stay on. Oh, fuck. Keep him out of those rocks. Okay, just gonna stop him. Okay, he's coming up now. I hope he's hooked well. I want to get a look at this fish. I've done it. Fuck. Okay, so I finally did it. I got on the kingfish. I can't believe it. It was just beginning to look very bleak there, that I wasn't actually going to get one in the end. So I'm like over the moon. All the effort's been worthwhile. Yeah, I've been through a lot to get this fish, and on another time it could be easier, but it's been a really tough trip. But definitely hooking one of these makes up for it. So yeah, I'm going to get him back in anyway. Over the moon with that. So yeah, it was a really funny feeling. All those hours of fishing, hard everywhere, not much happening, and then all of a sudden, bang, a big hit, and you're onto a fish, and you know immediately it's a kingfish, and everything happens so fast that those fish pull so hard for their size. They really do go. Yeah, and within the space of 5 minutes, I got a kingfish on the shore, and was mission accomplished. Yeah, so although it's been a really tough trip, it's been a really great learning curve. It's been a good experience, and it could have been worse. Definitely, I could have gone back with no fish at all. I got what I came for, kingfish on a lure, and I got to fish pristine waters with lovely conditions. Not many people about. Even the locals were okay as long as you weren't fishing their spots. The lures I used mainly was the bomb, the Samson bomb, and the Samson Stealth Glide. They're both similar in a way. You can use them both at a fast speed, and I found the fast retrieve probably the most effective fishing for the kingfish. I'm sure there's other kind of retrieves you can use on certain days, like a slower retrieve might work on some days, but the follows and the hits I was getting was when I was really kind of burning it through the water, or bringing it through at a good speed, you know, using erratic action. Stealth Glide you can use in various ways, with a kind of a slow lazy retrieve, or you can sort of burn it through the water, or medium to fast speed. I got most of my follows that way, and the hits as well. But all in all, although it's been really tough fishing, I've been lucky with the weather. It's been fabulous weather. It's not been really heavy winds, not been big seas, so I've really had it good in that respect, and I've been able to fish every day I've been here, and it's just a beautiful landscape to fish in. It's just amazing coastline, and this is just, you know, this is just one place. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get back again in the future. I'm not sure when. Yeah, I'm sure that if you hit it at the right time, can be some amazing fishing out here, and there's just so much potential. So thanks for watching, and yeah, feel free to leave a comment below.